Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. Alright, so I stepped on the scale this morning, and I am now 315.2. So that means I'm down... What is it? Hold on, there's a stop sign right here so I can glance. I'm down 0.4 pounds from yesterday, and still 0.6 pounds from where I was on my weigh-in last week. So tomorrow is weigh-in day, official weigh-in day, my weekly weigh-in day, and I still have 0.6 pounds to go, which I think I can do, as long as I don't have a day like today. But I'm really curious to see how this experiment works, because I'm more happy about my weight loss, considering that besides the jump on Monday, I've steadily lost every day this week. But with only weighing in once a week, I can see how it gets frustrating, because I only see that number on Sundays. And so my brain is thinking that I did all of this all week. I behaved all week except for Sunday. And this is all the scale is doing. This is all my body's doing. What the frickety frack. And so seeing that, yeah, my body's actually working on losing weight. It's actually burning the calories and dropping some weight and dropping some fat. But it's because I've gained so much every Sunday. It's really fascinating. That's what, and I'm going to be experimenting. Like I've said, I'm going to be experimenting with, I'm lowering my intake this coming Sunday to just my dailies and just my weeklies. But yeah, I'm mentally, I feel like I'm about to repeat myself, but mentally I'm more happy, even if my weigh-in tomorrow, my official weigh-in, does not go spectacularly, and say I just lose enough to break even, or even maybe not even break even, maybe be a little bit under my goal as far as losing weight, so technically gaining a little bit of weight. All of it is experimenting and figuring out what's going on, and because of that, it's giving me a better picture of the grand picture, which is very important. So yeah, so that's where I am with that. Fingers crossed that things go according to plan, and I at least am down some tomorrow. I would love if I could lose another full pound today and step on the scale tomorrow and at least be down, because at the rate where I'm at, if I lose 1 full pound, I will be down 0.2 pounds for the week. And without knowing how the rest of the week went, that would normally put me in a little bit of a bad mood. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I also wanted to thank you guys for the support from yesterday's video, and those of you that reached out separately to give me some emotional support. I truly do appreciate that. I am working on things. I'm trying to figure them out. It just, as far as breaking it down, I'm not going into details of where I am financially, because that's just rude. But at least so you can get a picture of why things are a little bit crazy. Like, I'm not great with money in general, but I haven't spent much money. Even when I went out of town to that camping trip, like, I traded hair services so somebody would pay my admission and all that jazz. But so right now, because of COVID-19, we have been extremely slow. So I'm not sure if I explained this before, but we started closing an hour early every day, and most of my shifts were closing shifts. So that means every shift that I work, I lost an hour. And then also because it had been so slow, and the salon's not doing wonderfully, because, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we're in the top 10 most dangerous places you can go right now as a hair salon. But because of that, they had to cut us down to working only 2 people per shift, meaning we all had to lose a day. So I lost an hour off of each day that I work, and I lost a full shift. So that's a lot of hours. And then also our pay is very, very much dependent on what we do. So even with the less hours, if I am not busy, I am making less money. So basically, my income as far as the salon goes is less than half of what it used to be before COVID hit. Like literally $300 or more less than what I used to make per 2-week period. That's hard. And so that's why I started doing the DoorDash. And DoorDash is another one of those. There's no guarantee set wage, which I've never worked with a set wage. It would be kind of interesting if I ever got a job like that. And I love hair, but kind of makes me question. But you know, with DoorDash, it just depends on how busy it is. It depends on how much people feel like tipping. All of that jazz. There's no guarantee I'm going to work and make this much money. Sometimes you do it and you're like, holy cow, that was good. Sometimes you work and I've just wasted 4 hours of my life, or however long you work. So neither of my jobs have a guarantee amount of income. I mean, the salon at least has a minimum hourly if it's so slow that I don't commission. But, you know, we're talking like $9.50 an hour. And if we're talking like 21 hours a week, that ain't much. So that's why, sorry if that was too personal TMI, but I just wanted to explain why, like, I don't know, I think I felt a little bit embarrassed that I'm not great with money, but I'm not that horrible. It's not that I'm buying stuff left and right all willy-nilly. I literally this past month have bought one thing that was a little splurge, but it was a hoodie, and winter's coming. And winter's coming. But I don't have any in my current size for winter. All of mine are like 1 to 2 sizes bigger than I am now. So I feel like it was justifiable. But plus, that's not like that much. I don't have to justify. Do I have to justify? I don't know. I'm justifying to myself, not to you guys. But you guys aren't here for my personal financial disasters. But yeah, things will work out. They always do. I just have to calm down, refocus, reanalyze, and work as freaking much as I can. So today I'm on my way to the salon. I work from 9 until 4, and then right after I am clocking on to DoorDash, and I'm going as late as I can. I can't do it super late at night. Basically after sunset, so not even kind of late, like early at night. After sunset, my eyes can't see that well when driving. Like, I can see enough to drive, but to find addresses on buildings, especially a lot of times they're behind trees, they're not lit up. I have no idea where anything is, and especially the area that I DoorDash in, because it is a nicer area, there's not as many streetlights. If I would go to the more not so nice parts of St. Louis, they have a ton more streetlights and it is easier to see, but that's because it's also a little bit more dangerous. And, you know, risk, I don't know. So yeah, so I do it where I do it. I do it out in the area that I like to do it in, and I'll do it until I can't see anymore. Like last night, I only got 2 deliveries in after work before I had to call it, because it got too dark. And that last address, like, I'm like squinting, like, especially some people. Y'all, if you're gonna order food, get light up addresses. Put a spotlight on them, make the numbers LED, I don't know. Do something, because there are so many houses that their address is, 1, on just the side of their mailbox, not on their actual house, and 2, it's on a wooden pole and the letters are brown. And you expect me to find your house when it's pitch black and there's not a street light near you. I'm not accusing anybody that's actually watching, but maybe yours is that way, and maybe during the day it looks very pretty, it looks very elegant, but it's not practical. So, if you're going to take anything from this video as far as my DoorDash job, please get light up addresses, or make your addresses more visible, especially for those at nighttime, but even during the day. Because I've run into sometimes during the day where I'm like, where is their address? There's been 2 houses that I swear 100% that their address was not on their building or property at all. But the maps took me there, and then I switched the map to walk, and plus I looked at the houses on either side, and it had to be that address. But not anywhere on their building, on their mailbox, anywhere did it say a number. So that was annoying. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to try to also take pictures of my food today, so this video might end up being a little bit longer, so maybe I won't do it. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to my lunch. Basically, it is chicken Alfredo, but with spaghetti squash. There we go. Brain fart. So I'm very excited for that. You guys know I love my spaghetti squash, and I found a bag of frozen chicken breast in my freezer that I didn't know I had. So I got really happy this morning. It was comical to me because it just was. Like, I was like, okay, so just spaghetti squash and Alfredo sauce? I'm like, I don't have time to heat up some peas to add to it. Maybe I'll put in some Parmesan cheese. And then I happen to, like, move a bag in the freezer. I'm like, oh, there's chicken breast. I'm sure my roommate, like, was like, what is wrong with you, dude? But yeah, I got excited because that will make it more like a meal. I love spaghetti squash, and I can eat a lot of it, but I need a little bit of that extra protein to make it more filling. And then I also got, like, guys, I know I need to do the actual video reviewing them, but chocolate covered peanuts from the nutstop.com. Every time I say the company name, it sounds like I'm like a commercial, but I'm obsessed with those. Like, on Carb Conscious, they are 6.4 bites, but for 28 pieces, 28 of them. But it's only 90 calories. That's fantastic. And it's the sugar-free chocolate-covered peanuts. Their chocolate is so good. I want it in a candy bar. I don't know if they have it on the website. I'm going to look and see. But anyway, I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm just talking about whatever. I'm kind of sounding like Sandy. I love you, Sandy. And that's actually why I like watching your videos. So maybe this is entertaining to you guys. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to take a picture, if not a video, of my lunch. And whatever I figure out for dinner, I will also show you guys. And I'm going to be honest with it, because, like, I get a lot of points. And that's why I typically have not done what I eat a day. Because a lot of you guys, you know, are, like, eating your little 23-point days. Or maybe 30 if you're a little bit bigger. I'm getting 60-something. Granted, on Carb Conscious, it was like 50-something on green. So it's a lot of food. So, like, when I take a cute little picture of my bowl, that is probably one bowl of like 3 or 4. Because I need the calories and I need the points and all that jazz. But so if I actually, especially I know what I want to make tonight. So if I do make it, I'm going to show you the whole pot of what I'm making and what I'm eating. And being 100% honest about it. I'm always honest. Like, I tell you what my points are and what my calories are. It's just, I don't like showing you, like, these giant portions of food because it's embarrassing that I'm eating that much. But at the same time, like, I'm eating that much. It's what I'm supposed to. It's just, well, not really. I mean, I'm probably supposed to have 3 meals a day that are smaller rather than 1 small and 1 large and maybe a couple of snacks in between. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop here. I will post those. If I do not record and just post pictures somewhere over here, then I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow for my official weigh-in. Alright, so here's my lunch. It is the spaghetti squash with Alfredo sauce and chicken. And then I'm going to have a snack in a little bit, and that's the chocolate-covered peanuts from nutstop.com. And then here's my bottle of water. This was the container I was in. And here's my cute Doctor Who mask that I wear while I'm at work. Alright, that's all I got for lunch. Oh, and points. 0, 4, and then the chicken is 6. And then that is 6 when I have that. Alright, so this is my dinner. I didn't take a picture of the whole pot because my roommate is actually in there cooking now. But this, I mean, it's very simple, but it's so freaking good. It's literally just black beans, since that fall food tag. I've been obsessed with beans this week. But it's black beans, macaroni noodles or elbow noodles, chicken broth, taco seasoning, some ranch seasoning, and cheese, of course, because cheese. And it's so freaking good. Yeah, so that's gonna be my dinner, and that's all I've got for today. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow for my weigh-in.